Disease doesn't care where you live or who you are. It will strike anyone. And too many times, a medical crisis will cause a financial crisis. When the treatment you will need is out of reach, distance becomes more than just miles on a map. It becomes a barrier to hope. But thanks to supporters like you, last year, Mercy Medical Angels provided a record 61,135 free trips to critical medical care for those in need across the country. These trips included 8,322 for our veterans, 9,826 for children, and 35,723 for cancer patients. While numbers are impressive, we never lose sight that every number is a person. The patients that you have helped serve say it best.
Hi, my name is David Cuncho, and I'm here to share what Mercy Medical Angels did for my family. When my son Spencer was an infant, he developed a medical condition that required treatment every 2 weeks for nearly a year. At that time, we were a young family, I wasn't making very much money, and we were really just barely getting by. Our biggest challenge was that the treatment that he needed was in Charlotte, North Carolina, nearly 5.5 hours away from where we lived in Virginia Beach. The cost of hotels, gas, missed work could have wiped us out financially, and we really didn't know how we were going to pull this off. And that's when Mercy Medical Angels stepped in. Through their program, volunteer pilots flew us in their personal aircraft to every one of Spencer's appointments. The cost of the airplane fuel was covered by contributions from generous donors. And this program, through Mercy Medical Angels, removed the biggest barrier that we faced, which was, again, cost, time, and also just the exhaustion that we would have dealt with making all of those drives every 2 weeks with an infant. Because of them, Spencer never missed an appointment. He got the care that he needed, and today he's healthy. He's now a husband, a father to my beautiful granddaughter, Leia. So if you're in the audience tonight and you're wondering whether your support makes a difference, let me tell you that it does. Contributions from generous people like you helps families like mine get the care that they desperately need. If you find it in your heart to give, please pledge your support tonight. You can help Mercy Medical Angels change someone's life the way they changed ours. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Elizabeth Jaramillo, and I'm Christopher Marquez's mother. I'm going to talk about my son who was a liver transplant recipient, about his testimony. And then he was helping his cousin move from Philadelphia to San Francisco. And on that road trip, he was starting to get sick again, was in a lot of pain. By the time he made it to LA, he went to the emergency room and they had to do an emergency gallbladder surgery and also clean out his bile duct. So during that whole process, that pretty much got him even sicker, where he called me one day and said, "Mama, they need to put me on a transplant list." And I'm like, oh my goodness, I almost fell out of my chair when he told me that news. I couldn't believe it, my son. So he was number 60 something on the list. And every year that I would bring him home for Christmas, he was just looking worse and feeling sicker. And 3 years later, I was really worried that we weren't going to have him any longer. So Christopher then flew back to Los Angeles, put all his affairs in order. And then he came back with a ticket bought by Mercy Medical Angels. They had bought him a ticket to come over. Christopher had found out about this nonprofit organization through his airplane magazines that he was receiving. He had read the mission of this amazing organization. So they bought him a United Airline ticket. He came. And then he got a call that they found a person that could donate his liver. And that was the 30th of March. But we had to be there ASAP because the trip itself is like a 4-hour trip driving. So he called Mercy Medical Angels again. And they found a private pilot, Mr. Michael, and a airplane. I said a jet, and Chris just, I don't think it was a jet, he couldn't remember. But it was at Montgomery Airport, which is only 50 minutes away from our home, because we live in Maryland, in Gaithersburg, Maryland, and this airport is in Gaithersburg, Maryland. And he got us there in 45 minutes. So to me, that was amazing. So after all the medical expenses we had, even though, we had insurance, once I paid it all off, I said, okay, I need to give back to Mercy Medical Angels. And so I've been always donating what I could. And eventually I asked them to put me on a monthly plan to donate, because these donations have truly done what it has done for Christopher, of getting him that airplane and getting us there in 45 minutes for him to receive that liver. So I'm forever grateful to Mercy Medical Angels. And so forever grateful to all the donors to always helping out and taking this mission of Mercy Medical Angels to others who need the same medical care and get them to their destination. So thank you to all the donors.
Tonight, you have the power to make a difference. Your support will bridge the gap between patients and the care they desperately need.